Hey, it's from experience. For a long time, I thought charisma was something you were born with, that some people just had it, that magnetic quality that made rooms shift when they walked in, that ability to make everyone around them feel something without even trying. And if you weren't born with it, you just weren't that guy. You were the background, the one people liked well enough but never gravitated toward, never remembered the way they remembered him. I was not that guy. I was shy, genuinely painfully shy. Eye contact with strangers felt like too much. After every interaction, I'd walk away and replay the whole thing in my head. Every word I said, every awkward pause, every moment where I felt like I'd come across stupid or boring or like I was trying too hard. I used to leave conversations feeling worse than before I had them, like I'd failed some test I didn't know I was taking. And for a while, I told myself that's just who I was, that some people are naturally good with people and some aren't. That was the easy story, and it was completely wrong. So I made a decision. I was going to learn this, not read about it, not watch videos about body language and call it progress, actually go out and practice it like a skill, because that's what it is. A skill. And skills respond to reps the same way muscles do. You don't get stronger by thinking about lifting. I started talking to strangers, not just people I was comfortable with, random people. Girls I was attracted to and girls I wasn't. People at events. Anyone who would give me a conversation I could learn from. I took a public speaking class, almost unregistered myself the week before it started. Showed up anyway. And at first, it was rough. I'd leave interactions feeling like I was performing instead of connecting, like there was a version of me watching myself from the outside the whole time, judging every word before it came out. But then something started shifting, slowly, gradually. Once in a while, I'd walk away from a conversation and think, that was good. That felt natural. I showed up as myself and it actually landed. Nothing forced, nothing rehearsed. And then it happened more, and then more after that. The replaying in my head started fading. I was spending less time analyzing and more time just being in it. Until one day, I realized I wasn't analyzing conversations afterward anymore at all. Not because I'd stopped caring, but because I'd stopped needing to. I was just present, in it, not watching myself from the outside. Not performing, not managing. Just myself, fully, comfortably. That's when I understood what charisma actually is. It's not being the loudest person in the room. It's not having the best lines or the most interesting stories or some natural gift from birth. It's presence. Real, unperformed, comfortable presence. The guy who isn't thinking about how he's landing while he's talking to you. Who isn't filling every silence out of anxiety, who isn't managing a version of himself he thinks you want to see. He's just there, fully. And that fullness, that ease, is what people feel when they're around him. That's what they can't explain, but can't ignore. The reason most people never develop this is because they're not willing to be bad at it first. They have one awkward conversation and decide they're just not a people person. They feel the discomfort of not knowing what to say and retreat back to people they already know and call it personality. But charisma is built in those uncomfortable conversations, in the ones where you stumble, where you say something that doesn't land, where you walk away cringing at yourself afterward. Every one of those is a rep, and reps compound. The confidence I have now didn't come from some internal shift overnight. It came from forcing myself into uncomfortable situations until they weren't uncomfortable anymore. Until the version of me that used to replay every word became the version of me that doesn't even think about it. That version of you exists, but you have to go build him. Go talk to someone you wouldn't normally approach. Take the class you almost talked yourself out of. Put yourself in rooms where you feel slightly out of your depth and stay there long enough to find your footing. And then do it again. Because the most charismatic people you've ever met were once exactly where you are right now. They just decided to do something about it. That is all for this one. If any of this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more from Experience. Catch you in the next one.